Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to Deep Web Browsing, episode number 83, ladies and gentlemen, the part of the week where we sit down, relax, and see a danker part of the internet that we can't see through regular conventional methods. Ladies and gentlemen, this week, as always, things are going to be random. We might find funny stuff, goofy stuff, really edgy stuff, or downright really spooky stuff. But as always, it is random, and I hope you look forward to a Sunday. It's not Sunday for me, clearly, it's Saturday. I record these a little bit earlier. Feel like it's got to be a disclaimer. But at this point, I'm kind of letting the intro go on, so hope you sit back, relax, and have an enjoyable Sunday. We're really going to get into some deep web browsing. Episode number 83, by the way, so let's see what this episode's going to hold for us, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, let's go hit up our very first website. What the fuck is this? God damn it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a site. We are a brotherhood of men who share the common bond of self-swallowing. The time has come to cast aside shame and secrecy and celebrate this act of self-love. It's a lot of self-love. So for those who haven't caught on to it, basically what these people do is they masturbate, they release their semen, and then they re-consume the semen because it's apparently loving themselves. Not a very common practice for, I guess, a lot of men to do to their own semen, you know, but can't believe I'm fucking doing it. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So the site basically has like a lot of these different categories of cum drinking. All right, fuck my, what am I reading? Jesus Christ. They've got backdoor assistance. Oh man, dude, fuck that. Here, let's go to first time and attempt. Secret ingredients and ready, aim, fire, ladies and gentlemen. You could probably assume what type of the categories there are, but save it for later. Basically, they have stories of people who have been drinking their fucking cum, alright? One is served chilled. I'm really sorry, this is fucking adult shit. Whenever I come, I will not be in the mood to swallow right away, so I collect it in a glass or something, keep it in the fridge to cool it, and after a few days, I swallow the frozen cum. I enjoy the taste, and I come in the same bottle again, so the procedure continues. And then they got melt in your fucking mouth. What the hell is a cocktail recipe? I swallow my own hot load every time. My God. I'll gargle it. I fill a 2-ounce shot glass with 1 ounce of my own cum and another ounce of... Oh, God, no, not piss. What the fuck, all right? Stop it. All right, let's go to the first time. Started small. I started by wiping the pre-cum off my cock with my finger and licking it while I wanked. This progressed to rolling over on my back and shooting my load into my mouth. It's a huge turn-on. Try it. Okay, look. All right, wait a minute. You know, like, obviously with, like, a population of, like, 7 fucking billion human beings, it would be kind of absurd of me to assume that most of the men didn't fucking consume semen. If you knew to, like, a percentage of it, that's still millions of men drinking their own fucking jizz on a daily basis. Now look, I'm not gonna kink shame anyone. If you like the taste of your own cum, you know, good for fucking you. Okay, but I'm reading some of these and it almost sounds like the fakest fucking fan fiction I've ever read. Like, let's look at still don't have the balls. I normally jerk off at night in bed right before I go to sleep. I've been very curious about drinking my own load, but I've never had the balls to actually do it. I've come all over my belly and tasted it off my fingers, but I always chicken out about swallowing it. What the fuck would be the difference? You still put it in your fucking mouth. You still... What? What is that all about? When I'm jerking off, I want to swallow it. I even think about it as I'm jerking off, but when I come, I chicken out. Alright? This guy does... Poor guy. It's like the most fucking emotional dilemma. I'm just curious what it's like to actually drink the whole load. I know one day I'll actually try it. Okay. Alright. Oh, fuck me, dude. Let's go to secret ingredient. Oh, God. I literally looked at chocolate sprinkles on that. Protein shake. Alright, fucking let's see what the protein shake with cum is going to be. I've always wanted to drink my own cum, but I've never felt like it after coming. The other day, I promised myself that I would do it. This dude woke up that day. There's like this video on the internet, like cake farts. I don't know if you knew about it, but it's like... If you've never watched cake farts, basically what the woman does is he, like, sits on the cake and, like, fucking farts all over it. I think it, like, sharts or some shit like that. It's gross. But there's a line in it that she says. She's like, let's get this done. Right? So it's like, I'm just thinking, did he legit wake up that day? And he's just like, let's get this done. Like, what the fuck? Fucking why? Why would you do I swear I feel like I've shown this site before. I swear I have. It's like one of those absurd sites that I'm sure I've shown. Alright, I came in a glass and mixed it with full cream milk and drank it in 4 gulps. It was okay, but you must mix it up well. I will try it next time with less milk. Alright, I think you kind of watered down your fucking cum, dude. Oh, god damn, it's so gross to read. What the fuck? Ready, aim, fire? Staring it down. I just like to sit up against a pillow and stare at my cock while I masturbate. Then when I come, I make sure it's pointing at my face, so most of it hits me in the face. Then I scoop it all up with my... Oh, no, dude. God damn it. What am I looking? What am I reading? Pre-cum appetizer? What the fuck? Tit torture? Oh, my God. What is this bullshit, dude? Gallons of goo. Oh, man. No, now they're just straight up, like, going into the fucking fanfic territory. Now, there's one interesting thing. You can actually share your own story. Alright, so you can tell them, I came into my mouth, and it hurt. So if I did that, and I just, like, submitted that shit, yeah, drink myself. Ladies and gentlemen, that... You know... you start off one of these videos and you come across with I drink myself, and that sort of sets the tone for the rest of the fucking video. You know, we could see some really fucked up shit after this, but I mean, I have to say, we have started the fuck out with I drink myself, you know? So whatever the fuck happens from here, it will have to stand up to a bunch of people who've created a community of self-loving jizz drinkers. That being said, I think I'm going to go to something a little less disgusting, and yeah, let's fucking get out of here. So this is something called the deep sea is not the lowest layer of interconnected... Oh, it's like shifting around. This is a really fucking weird website, by the way. I must say, like, it's got a lot of interesting little things. It's almost reminding me of, like, the Earthbound starting. You know what I mean? It's almost reminding me, giving me this Earthbound vibe. But let's go into... Oh, man, what was that one thing we watched? It was like an anime, like Tumblr type page. It was something similar to that. But anyways, deep sea is not a global system layer interconnected. The ocean existing use another standard and above seabed. Several billion devices carries extensive, ladies and gentlemen, it's basically telling us about the undersea cables of the internet. So for those of you who don't know how internet travels around, it's actually pretty simple. What we've done is we have a bunch of really, really long sea cables, like really, really long sea cables that stretch across the ocean bed. And companies like Facebook and Google have bought them out, essentially. So basically, they're cables that transmit data across the internet and basically keep us functioning. And every year, you know, we gotta basically like patch them up, fix them around. Sometimes sharks eat that shit. But ladies and gentlemen, this is talking about the undersea cable infrastructure of the internet. So that's how basically, if you ever wondered how the internet reaches Europe, fucking North America, South America, Africa, Australia, all the other continents of the world, really around, then it basically is just a bunch of really long cables sending internet data across the ocean bed. That's basically what it comes down to. So this is basically referring to that. Now the answer is, what's the answer to games, the game, and every game? You lost it. Because if you remember the old meme, and then you lose, you lose the game. Now the interesting thing is, this is Serotonin Pharmaceutical Incorporated, is what the name itself lists as, and what the URL is. Now I think I know what serotonin is. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. It's been like I don't really fuck around with that shit. But serotonin, I know, isn't it like I think it's like a chemical in the brain. It's like somewhat similar to dopamine or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, okay? But, it's almost like that. So I don't know why the pharmaceutical company is talking about deep sea anthropology and shit like that. But if you look around, their site is actually pretty well made, I must say. Oh, here it is. Serotonin is yeah, that wasn't wrong. Serotonin is 5-hydroxyzectrin, is a monoamine neurotransmitter biochemically derived from tryptophan. Serotonin is primarily found in the gastrointestinal tract, platelets, and in the central nervous system of animals, including humans. All right, so we learned what fucking serotonin is. Now, the interesting thing about this is, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it's got a very interesting design for the website. I gotta say, like, as far as its visuals go, it's very well handled. Now, over here, you can put, like, adverts and shit, but, oh, download a file? So unfortunately, I'm not really able to download files off of this for some odd reason, but if you go around looking at like Dive and shit like that, you can see you currently have 4 free tickets available. Redeem them at the ticket booth. And then over here it's like the epipelagic zone and the oceanography. Where are we go? Okay, well we're still covering like undersea stuff. They have like this really MS Paint this way, so you keep on going down. Internet Arts Exhibits and Museum collectively welcomes you. Current members are Zerotonin, AdWords, Watsuyama, Wayabi. Collaborators are always welcome to join the board. This is really, really weird, I must say. Use mouse to watch, use gill to breathe, do not use hands to touch, use heart to embrace, do not... Lenny face? Visitor's book, you can write things over here. Forbidden in regulation, no photo. Well, I mean, I'm breaking that regulation, let me tell you. Oh, are we going into the sea? Ooh, interesting. I feel like I'm going to come across some really fucked up shit. Ticket booths, what is this? 1 ticket per person per purchase. Valid for current day only, non-refundable. So, I mean... What ticket do you want me to get? I guess I'll get that one, sure, you know? Like that might be the ticket that I'll get, right? And you keep on going down and down. Help us providing you with better exhibitions. Please answer the survey below. Internet and Abyss, which one goes deeper? I mean, internet? I want to be really edgy. Participation is valued seriously. What the fuck am I going into? Hadopelagic. Is known as the Hadal Zone or Trench Zone, is named after the realm of Hades, the underworld in Greek mythology. It is a delineation for the deepest trenches in the ocean. The zone is found from a depth of around 6,000 meters to the bottom of the ocean. It is believed that most life at this depth is sustained by marine snow or the chemical reactions around thermal vents. The low nutrition level and lack of sunlight create hostile living conditions in which few species are able to exist. As no sunlight reaches this layer of the ocean, deep-sea creatures have reduced eyesight with large eyes. That's true. In fact, I think, like, I was watching a documentary once where, like, they went that far underwater and actually found, like, what we would call, like, aliens, right? And shit like that. But, whatever. Let's go down here. So this is the entrance. 6,800 meters were down there. Pretty fucking long. High pressure zone ahead. Take extra caution when entering, 1 visitor at a time. Present your ticket to proceed. Well, I mean... There you go. You got my ticket. All right, let's go. By the way, this is pretty updated, 2017, so clearly there is some fucks being given about this bullshit, which I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. You know, let me just actually like set that back up. Internet infrastructure and deep sea anthropology, and then we basically get like an online virtual internet art exhibition, which I don't really need to see that, so I'm gonna head on back. I'm gonna click on some of these. Nothing is right here, huh? And that opens up to this. What the fuck am I in? This is the indefinite continued progress of existence and events that occur in the apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present to the future. Time is a component quantity of various measurements used to sequence events, to compare the duration of events or the intervals between them, and to quantify rates of change. What? Hold on. Play in browser. Is this a fucking game? Get Adobe Flash Player. Created for Ludum Dare. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we actually have a deep web fucking video game. And holy shit, is that fucking small as entire... Oh my god, that is small as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we actually have a full-on fucking game. Now, I'm not able to see too much out of it, but if you can, like, make it out, ladies and gentlemen, we're inside this, like, little cell, it seems. Toilet, we got a sink, we even got a bed up over here, and then we also have a television. If you, like, look through, you can, like, basically screw around. It's feeding me some information, but I'm not really getting much out of it. It's actually an independent game that was made over here, which, it's really weird. We're talking about undersea deep cables. Like, are we undersea right now in this? If you go to sleep, the person is something going to happen over here. Like, I think, like, maybe the game is glitched. I'm supposed to be seeing more. Or maybe I'm not, right? So we're going through the game over here, and I think it's like morning time. We're getting a little... Oh, no, it's actually progressing real time. Wow, literally, we got fucking games running on this bitch. It's pretty interesting. Okay? I feel like this goes a little deeper. I feel like this is an ARG, except like it's not just some weird deep web cringy video. It's actually like games and shit, which I would definitely like to get into. So, okay, it seems like as time goes on, we wake up, and that's basically about it, it seems? Huh. I feel like I feel like this is... Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. We go through here, we go to the bathroom, shit like that. It's almost like The Sims, except really fucking limited and boring. So let's actually go out and do something else. So that was one of the games we played. Let's go into this one and see just what this has. A funeral with no departed and attendee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually, I think it's just a group of games. You can't actually like right-click because it won't let you right-click or anything. But what this seems like is it's basically a giant amount of games. So you got aclophobia, which is social phobia or social anxiety disorder, whose sufferers have a fear of crowds. Sufferers may offer various rationalizations of the phobia, such as fear of getting lost in the crowd or feeling insignificant when surrounded by the... Oh. It seems like a lot of this stuff is just a set of video games that we can like really sink our teeth into. Like if you like dig into this, for example... I think this might be a game, but this takes you to something called Experiment Log. The remnant of serotonin pharmaceuticals. Like, what the fuck is serotonin pharmaceuticals? Closed for business. I mean, obviously it's an ARG. There's no way this could be like a real organization. It's just so fucking weird, right? To the one and all lonely netizens. Oh my god, it's an old fucking website. Well, it's not, because it was made 2012. It's still actually updated. So, netizens was like, that's fucking old, dude. It makes me feel fucking old. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Vald, we specifically told you not to reply to the email, yet you did, and usually would consider treating this violation of trust with great consequence. What, are you gonna fucking waste their ass? But as the subject of your message is severe loneliness, we have decided to, for only one time forever, listen. Loneliness is one of the ... And like over here, we sell products that deal with mysophobia, megalomania, philophobia, ablutomania, cacophobia, planomania, and serotonin phobia. But this is really fucking weird. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is I am Zerotonin. I am still alive. I have 2 eyes. I am in your computer watching. What does the check marks really do? Oh, holy fucking shit, that was weird. Okay. Alright, this seems pretty interesting. I clicked I am done. Interesting right over here. So basically it's just a bunch of like different little graphics you got. It kind of reminds me of some like fucking, the Commodore shit level here. You know what I mean? With how the color palettes are displayed. But you go down, what's this one over here? Yeah, I clicked on, hold on. Yeah, this one, what is this? Downloading a file? Huh. Well, clearly it's not downloading any file over here. So it says, who the hell is you? Well, you know what? I am Mudahar, and I was browsing this fine website over here. But I think I'm going to back out, ladies and gentlemen. This is certainly a weird-ass fucking website, let me tell you that right fucking now. So, serotonin pharmaceuticals, I mean, interesting start. We got, like, coming into your mouth, and then we got fucking serotonin pharmaceuticals. So, maybe I think for now, let's hope the next site is pretty fucking chill, at least, because, holy shit, did we escalate and, like, de-escalate and, like, go to a whole different realm so far, already into the Deep Webs episode for the week. And I love it, actually. I really do. Going back to Torn, going back to other, like, sections after so long is just the perfect way to handle it now. So let's go to something else, all right? Let's go something a little normal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about a 24-second piece over here. Not very, very well below our average for a Deep Web video, ladies and gentlemen. Usually 30 seconds would be like... it's pretty fucking short. We're at 24 seconds right here, and we started off with We've Created a Place. Now, before I begin, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this fucking font so many fucking times. I almost feel like I've seen this video before, too. It's really bringing some form of nostalgia to me, but I don't recall this video at all, and frankly, that whole intention of it, like me not knowing it, is why I'm actually going to delve into it and see just where this kind of rabbit hole really, really boils down to. So for a video that's 24 seconds long, I think it's only fair that we hit play and we frankly see what it's all about, and then analyze it afterwards, like we've always done for the series. So let's hit play. Now it says, We've Created a Place, and it's got an interesting set of sounds. Now we're basically walking around You willingly came. You came home. Well, home where? You brought friends. And everything's distorting. You tried to leave. I didn't try anything, friend. We just wanted to start anew. A new era. We are here now. You are... Oh, fuck me, dude. No, we haven't seen this video before. But we've seen this. We've seen this before. You are awake. We've seen this literally, like, I think last episode or, like, 2 episodes before, ladies and gentlemen. This is, like, the same symbol that we've seen before. And it was back then when I think it was like a red like overlay with like the hexadecimal scrolling from left to right. So here we go. I think that was, you know what? Back then I said it was an ARC. I'm totally right that it is some form of an alternate reality game. But looking around into it, there's not much to really analyze, but except really look at the situations that were really given here. So over here, we're basically looking around what seems to be like one of those dingy little apartments, like a whole like burned out apartment or some kind of shit like that. It almost feels like we've seen some kind of a bunker. And I feel like scroll around, you'll notice that like the words distort, and I almost feel like they're making another word up, but I feel like it's just a simple distort. So let's go down over here. You got what seems to be, you know, like fucking salt shakers or some shit, and it's like, that could be blood. Like, honestly, it kind of seems like that's fucking some form of, like, blood or some weird, like, liquid spilled across. You can't really tell. You can only really think of grim details because of just, like, how distorted the footage is. It's all, like, you know, it's, like, completely desaturated, inverted, colors are all off. There's, like, nothing to make out of it. As we progress through, you brought friends. I don't know what friends we brought, but this whole thing reminds me of, like, those same hallways that you see in, like, what is it, storage lockers, you know what I mean? Like if you go to like if you got like a storage facility, it almost feels like you're walking through a storage facility in a way. They got like little rooms to the side and whatnot. You try to leave, but it's like, where do we try to leave? We just wanted to start anew. Interesting. Oh my god. A new life, a new era, it said. So don't press is what it says, and then it writes, I just pressed. Oops. It's what somebody wrote. There's like a lot of graffiti on the wall. Don't press what? I don't exactly know. So it's just graffiti on the wall and stuff. So basically where this is taken is like a really derelict fucking building. And if we go through it, it just ends at you are awake. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not much more to this whole story other than what we're really presented over here. Now look, I could kind of sit here and give you guys the grim whole the grim whole look that, oh, somebody might have died and something crazy must have happened. There's some story behind it. I think what we're really presented here is an interesting like alternate reality game. And that's really what the whole situation comes down to. I don't think there's anything much more serious than that really given towards it. Now, I would like to know more about what the situation is presenting, but we've seen this logo before. Are you awake? Am I awake? I feel like I am awake. I mean, they've got the words KANZSTKA, which CAC and zist, you know, things like that. Maybe it's all maybe it's like puzzled out. I don't know, something like that. But there are answers behind this. There is something to answer for all of it. I feel like there are answers. There is a question being asked, and it is a valid question. But you know, I don't think it's like I don't think, you know, it's like some weird murder mystery or something. I feel like it's some enlightenment kind of an exercise, really. I mean, all it is really trying to enlighten the person watching it. Now, I'm going to ask you what you think about this whole video. I'm going to ask if you can really figure out the answer, because I've really done all the analysis I can. I've looked at it from the most critical perspective. But I think at the end of it, like always, I'm just going to leave you all to really, you know, discuss amongst yourselves what you think about this video in particular. That being said, I think we're going to back out because, hell, we've seen all 24 seconds and we've analyzed as much as we can, so frankly, we should be good. So here we have Onion Airways, ladies and gentlemen. Fly where you want to with Onion Airways. We are a network of anonymous pilots and aviators who are dedicated to taking you to your destination anonymously. Whether you are a dissident fleeing from an oppressive country or just want to get away without Big Brother knowing where you are, we'll take you right there. We need more pilots. If you are a pilot, send an email to gammapapa@thegate.org. Gamma Papa, you fucking what? We need more pilots to add to our network to have a truly global anonymous flight network. All you need to fly with us is access to an aircraft, and you can get paid to fly, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so apparently all you need to do is be a pilot and own a plane, and you can fly people around anonymously. So if you go to their fleet prices and book, and I think we're already at the homepage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fucking site dedicated to anonymous travel, which we've seen it with like one of the sites that dealt with the anonymous, like onionized vacation packages, right? Like the travel agency or whatever on the deep web. Now we just straight up have Onion Airways. So Onion Airways consists of mostly small aircraft. Yeah, I don't think $300 million Boeing jumbo jets are really going to be in the fleet. This is because of regulations governing the airlines and charter operators in the US and abroad. If we use large jets, we wouldn't be able to offer the anonymity which brought you here in the first place. When you fly with us, you will have a truly unique experience. You might even get fucking kidnapped and sold to a cartel, too. You know? That could happen. All right. Onion Airways. We will try to match what the prices will be on the Clarinet. For instance, if you were to book a flight from JFK to DC, Where is JFK again? Oh yeah, it's New York to all the way to DC. Okay. You would spend around the same with Onion. Air as you would through Big Brother Airways when you book. We will work out a price with you. Okay, so like they're not fucking telling you, oh, you can fly with us for like a third of the price. No, that would be absurd. You got to pay for gas and all the other bullshit attached to it, along with keeping the service the way that it is, all anonymized. It's not even a word, anonymized. But the thing is like, they're not fucking lying, it seems, all right? Like, straight off the bat, like a hitman or something weird like that, they would, like, list you a price that would be so absurdly high or absurdly low that anybody with a fucking brain cell could tell it's some bullshit, right? So, Onion Airways, all right, so far seems legit. Let's go to the booking. So you're ready to book. Great. Just send us an email. Be sure to encrypt with our PGP key if you don't want it to be intercepted and read. Include your departure location and destination, date of departure, and date of return. If you're intent on returning, if you require any additional amenities, let us know at this point, and we will do our best to accommodate you. Man, I'm sucking ass at speaking. But here's the thing. Normally, I don't like condoning illegal services, because I don't. You know, performing an illegal service, you know, you're going to be landed in the party van. But I don't necessarily think Onion Airways is actually illegal by any chance of the imagination. I mean, I'm sure if you were going into, like, say, if you were going from, like, America to like Canada, or America to Mexico, or say Mexico to Russia, right? And use the Onion Airways and their network, I don't think it would be legal, just because you would need a passport, really, you know, going into a country, right? Entry requirements, things like that. Yeah. Because then you're breaking into a country illegally. But I think, like, domestically flying in the U.S., like, say you wanted to cut a ticket from, like, New York to Los Angeles, right? But whatever reason, you know what I mean? And you don't want to go through, like, Delta, United, or American, or Southwest, or anything like that, right? Like the airline companies. And you ask these people, and it was legit. I don't think it's necessarily illegal now, is it? I don't think it's legal to chart a domestic flight, just because when you're flying domestically, you don't really need any passports at all. You know, nobody's going to fucking ask you at your passport when you're flying from, like, you know, JFK or LaGuardia to fucking, you know, the Los Angeles Internet. Like, nobody's going to ask you, right? I mean, unless you were going to, like, a different country, then it would go into a different thing. And maybe the Onion Airways might have their own, you know, when you enter a country, you go to a terminal, you get off, you show your boarding passes and everything. And the thing is, it's like, when that happens, like, you're not really flying anonymously anyway, so, you know? But they do help people escape from really horrible countries. So, like, say, for example, let's say a dissident country, right? Like, let's say you were fucking really sparking shit up in, like, China, and you wanted to get out, then Onion Airways might be your option, you know? If you want to escape the government, and, you know, you want to fly out to, like, something like India, or, you know, from China to, like, fucking Pakistan or something like that, you know, a country where you could set some footing and then fly out from, then it's an option. But I don't condone anything illegal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just surprised we actually have a fucking airline network on the deep web, ladies and gentlemen. The things you find and you don't find. Let's back out and go see what else we can find on this lovely world that is the internet. So this is Reality in the Terrorist Under Your Bed Era, aka post 9/11. Now look, I'm not going to be here to really argue politics. I think politics have basically happened, like, basically politics are really sparking up the past few days. Please don't turn into a comment section warfare. It just kills the whole fucking video, honestly. But, you know, for those of you who don't really know post 9/11, before the Twin Tower attack on the U.S., security, I wouldn't say was necessarily lax, but it was. You know, there was a lot less care about security, and, like, my dad would always tell me, driving into the country, like, because he used to drive back and forth from America and to Canada all often, they would never even fucking care. They'd just be like, oh, dude, you coming from Canada? Just fucking go. As soon as 9/11 hit, and to this day, like, security concerns on, like, airlines are fucking out of nowhere. Like, I get randomly searched almost every fucking time, you know, just because I'm of, you know, I'm of that descent, apparently. But the thing is like, it's a real world, so this is a site dedicated to the reality and the terrorists under your bed era. And this is hosted on Freenet, by the way, and I feel like I've shown this site to you before, but that could be because of the Matrix background, and I just recently watched The Matrix. Decent movie. A hidden world growing beyond control. The top secret world the government created in response to terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001 had become so large, so unwieldy, and so secretive that no one knows about how much money it costs, how many people it employs, how many programs exist within it, or exactly how many agencies do the same work. There are some of the findings of a 2-year investigation by the Washington Post that discovered what amounts to an alternative geography. What? Of the United States? Interesting. I mean, last week we saw the Utah NSA facility, which, interesting. A top secret America hidden from public view and lacking in thorough oversight. After 9 years of unprecedented spending and growth, the result is that the system put in place to keep the United States safe is so massive that its effectiveness is impossible to determine. Now, this was posted on 2012. This was like... Yeah, this was 2 months before I actually made my my YouTube channel, right? This is just completely fucking old, by the way, man. Time has fucking passed. And I don't know when it was. I think it was like the whole Snowden leak. I don't remember when the Snowden leak was. I think it was around 2012, 2013. I'm not exactly sure. When Edward Snowden leaked so many files for the prison system out and, escaped the U.S. The investigators' other findings include some 1,271 government organizations and 1,931 private companies work on programs related to counterterrorism, homeland security, intelligence, about in 10,000 locations across the U.S. That is actually true. For those of you who've never seen the clusterfucking of, private military and shit like that, it's fucking massive. It's not even a joke. You can play Metal Gear and kind of laugh about it, but, if you look at the reality of the situation, especially in Canada, we have, private military, private security, at least, is what we'd call it, up the ass. But, it's actually a growing problem. You got 854,000 people, nearly 1.5 times as many people that live in Washington, D.C. Really? That's about how many people live in D.C.? Yeah. Hold top secret security clearances. That's something, dude. In Washington and the surrounding area, 33 building complexes for yeah, that's fucked up, dude. A city's worth of people have high-end security clearance. Holy shit. 33 building complexes for top-secret intelligence work under construction or have been built since September 2001. Together, they occupy the equivalent of almost 3 pentagons or 22 U.S. Capitol buildings, 17 million square feet of space. That's a lot of surveillance. They all do the same work, basically creating redundancy and waste. I mean... I wouldn't be wrong. When you have a system that's so large and massive, then you're eventually going to run into shit like this anyway. So, you probably have a lot of people stepping on each other's feet. So, you get that. Now, this is posted by The One. You should have just fucking called yourself Neo, dude. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves. Come on now. Federal judge rules against Obama Hitler. Oh, I can fucking tell exactly what's going on here. God damn, please don't turn into a warfare. The old document, the United States Constitution, gets a small but rare win in the U.S. court's judge blocks controversial. So basically, this dude articles, all the crazy stuff like censorship, the Great Islamophobia Crusade, things like that. Now, again, please don't turn this into a fucking political, war zone and stuff. But basically, this is a person's personal vlog actually detailing things. Now, unfortunately, it's not really covered a whole lot. I do like reading stories like this, too, reading what other people think about this, because, to be honest, the world is kind of an interesting location and how it's, how it portrays itself, how, how we really treat others, and just, frankly, if you just, culminate everything into, one massive thing. I do want to see what this person writes more, but the problem with a lot of these personal vlogs is that, if you look at the date, this was posted May 16th, 2012, May 18th, May 23. After that, it was never updated. Or I'm on a webpage version of it that's frankly killed off, and it probably exists in another section, another website or another location entirely. But the website's gone. And the thing is, a lot of people post this stuff because, they don't want to post this publicly. If you posted this to a public website, then chances are the NSA figures out, who the fuck it is. And then... I don't want to say it, but you get put onto a watch list, right? If you search up the word nuclear so many times, right? And I'm sure I'm probably on there as well. If you look up nuclear, I used to do it a lot for Metal Gear Solid 5, counting up nuke numbers. And then I realized when you type in nuke, nuclear weapon especially, then you put yourself on a government watch list. Essentially, you're flagged. And the thing is, it's this person probably don't want to get flagged. And it almost scares me too. If there's truth to this, right? And I don't want to sound like some conspiracy nut. After the 23rd of 2012, I mean, did this guy lose passion in, a week? If you look at his first post, it was 16th. You have the calendar right here. And then a week later, it makes one more post and then just fucking disappears. Most people who talk about this stuff, if they go to the level this person did to make a website, they got passionate. You know, they obviously have the skill to write it. They want to give the world something true. They want to focus on this kind of stuff. They want people to know. But then out of nowhere, a mere week later, the guy just fucking goes away. You know, it's a scary thought, I gotta say. I mean, if your brain goes into the worst case scenario, it's a pretty fucking chilling environment to really put yourself into. But I think the dude's just fine. I think Neo is doing all right. I would hope Neo is doing all right. I mean, if I can keep doing this and not be fucking popped off, then, you know, I don't know, but fuck, man. This is some spooky shit. Holy fuck, dude. Let's back out of reality. And let's go to some fantasy world where we can have some giggles, mate. So this is Lunar Embassy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, aliens. Woo! I love myself some Alamals. Or, you know what I mean? Whether it's like finding about Area 51 or just your standard Alamal bullshit. We've got the Lunar Embassy, which is copyrighted 1980. This is fucking old as shit. You can fuck around and change your countries all you want. You got some South Korea, you got Japan, and you got the UK. But I'm going to pick my country. So basically, welcome to the computer center of the Lunar Embassy, the leaders in extraterrestrial real estate and the only company in the world to be recognized to possess a legal basis for selling and registering extraterrestrial properties. How the fuck do you get that right? Who the fuck issues the legal basis of selling and registering, like, land that we haven't even seen or, like, went to? What? Who mandates that? If you're looking for this has to be a joke. If you're looking for an extraterrestrial property, you've come to the right place. This really is the cheapest real estate in the universe. And if you think this all must be a really good joke, please know that it is not. For more info, see what this is all. Yeah, we're definitely going to see what it's all about. But it's been featured on like NBC, BBC, Conan, Howard. I feel like this might be a little bit of a joke. They might have shown it in the same way I'm showing it. We also warmly welcome you to our organization, which with over 5 million members is now the largest organization of space enthusiasts worldwide. Might be. Perhaps you can't own it here, but you can own it up there. So like, man, that's fucked up, dude. You can't own a home here on Earth. So it's like, that's so weird if you think about it, man. At one point, like, this house that I bought, like, if you think about it, like, a fucking 200-300 years is probably, its value is gonna go so fucking up. Like, if humanity decides to, like, go to other planets and shit, or, you know, Earth can turn into so much anus pus that, you know, it'll be worth fucking nothing. That's so crazy now that you think about it. But if you go down, you can see that we can get lunar properties. I actually have like a whole fucking deed written out. You know, I might actually buy it, okay? It's $24, and I'll have like some Mercurian properties. So let's see this. You can get one on the moon. All of them are the fucking same. You can get prime view Martian properties, 1 to 5 acre. That's a lot of fucking land. Again, how habitable the land is. It's going to be interesting. So each property comes with 3 documents: lunar deed, lunar map, lunar codes. Interesting. Wait, do you get like our own personal map? That's going to be so sweet. Each single property comes with 3 documents: Martian deed, Martian map, Martian codes, covenants, and restrictions. What the fuck is this? They got like laws already? Each single property comes with 3 documents for the Mercurian, and then same thing with Venus, except Venusian is the ultimate romantic gift. Each single, oh man, dude, you gotta do that shit for Valentine's Day. Get your significant other a fucking Venusian property. How about that? You can also get Iottian properties. Each single comes with the Iottian deed, things like that. That's pretty interesting. You can fucking buy Pluto in its goddamn entirety for about $250 fucking thousand. Are you kidding me? You're telling me I can buy fucking Pluto for about 250 fucking grand? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Like, honestly, if this was legit, I might have just went and bought it. I don't know if it's legit or not. We'll find out. The extraterrestrial passport and nationality. Get an extraterrestrial nationality and become a true alien. Is this passport valid for any other fucking country? Is Earth recognizing of an extraterrestrial passport? Moons and larger property. Interesting shit. Let's actually go and see just how the fuck they work. Here we go. That is quite a story. What is this all about? Let's understand. A declaration of ownership was filed with the United Nations as well as the U.S. and Russian governments in 1980 by Mr. Dennis M. Hope of the Lunar Embassy. To ensure that the legal basis of the ownership of the property sold here can be claimed, on that wonderful day in 1980, the Lunar Embassy was born. If this sounds like a joke to you, please read on, because this isn't a joke. Okay, all right. The sale of lunar property has been going on since 1980. Legal basis, copyrights, and trademarks by the Lunar Embassy, which is the only company in the world to possess a legal basis and copyright for the sale of lunar and other extraterrestrial property within the confines of our solar system. This is discussed in detail in our general FAQ on this website, as well as our space law page. Warning, that one is heavy reading. Space law? Dude, oh my god, this is great. In 1996, we opened our first website, The Moon Shop, which was the first internet website ever to be selling properties on an Yeah, in 1996, it was definitely one of the first internet sites, and selling selling moon properties. Yeah, I guess you hold it. Holy shit! So they were appearing on like channels such as CNN International, RTL Australia Channel, and NBC or something like that. Well, Channel 9. There must have been tens of thousands of press articles, thousands of TV and radio interviews from around the world, did not recall. You can sample several extracts from the press articles and TV shows on which the Lunar Embassy has been featured by looking at our TV press report page. Further, the Lunar Embassy has also received many reviews in magazines, journals, and newspapers around the world. What the fuck, man? They got a CEO, Celestial Executive Officer. Christ, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, in the past 36 years, I have refrained from making comments about copycat companies. The definition of a copycat company is any company on Earth selling celestial properties to the general public without authorization from the Lunar Embassy. If you check the start dates of all company offering properties for sale, you will find that the Lunar Embassy's start date was November 1st, 1980. Okay, look. This is fucking intelligent. This dude basically wrote something within an agreement between the U.S. and Russia and basically the UN Sec Council. I'm gonna fucking sell land on Mars. This dude doesn't fucking own the land. Well, he kind of does. He just like fucking sells land for $30 a piece. If you have 5 million people, and let's assume they all bought one fucking land, this dude's made a fucking fair amount of money selling land, property, and passports. Holy shit, dude. I am in the wrong fucking business when somebody can just go out of their way and sell parts of the fucking moon. How do I know this is not a fraud? Skepticism is good. Oh, they got like awards and shit. Interesting. Why is it so cheap? Yeah, why is it so cheap? It's expensive. Not everyone can get an extra. It will take all the fun and romance out of it. After all, this is an exciting adventure, and we wish to share this with as many people as we want to. Around $16 to $20 for a large chunk of land the size of a football pitch sounds about right to us. Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is certainly interesting. Are we getting rich by doing this? Many companies have proposed to us to sell the extraterrestrial for a large amount of money per property. If it wasn't for the Lunar Embassy, this is probably what would happen, but it is not the objective. The intention is to allow as many people to obtain an extraterrestrial property, so if it were expensive, this couldn't be the case. After company costs, printing costs, registry costs, mailing costs, huge international phone bills, fax bills, internet, electricity bills, paying our internet service provider, paying maintenance on the web server, we are not really getting rich, but I assure you it is a lot of fun and that it's its own reward. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I feel like the dude's doing fine, whoever's running this and making the money, right? Because at the end of the day, like, it is interesting, you know, God damn. What the fuck? I mean, even if he's not doing it, I think the dude is like, whoever made this has gotta be in my opinion, it's the coolest dude out there who's basically selling property. This dude is literally the motherfucking Donald Trump real estate expert, you know, Doug Dimmadome motherfucker of goddamn, of moon property. What the hell? You can buy, man, dude, the internet's a weird place. You can buy fucking acres of land for next to nothing on planets you won't be able to go to for quite a while. I mean, you know, let's say if Tesla, Elon Musk's like SpaceX's idea kicks off, you might actually be able to get this piece of land and, you know, properly use it. That's going to be an interesting endeavor. But for now, I think I'm done looking at properties here. I think it's time we get out and, frankly, see something else. And ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 83. You know what? I feel like we've seen less websites this week, but I feel like we've looked at a lot of websites with a more critical eye. Usually I've noticed for the past 3 episodes that, like, I was looking at websites, but I was almost, like, cutting through them to focus on websites that I planned on for the rest of the whole day anyways, right? But, I don't know. I like this episode because we looked at the websites more critically. We really went into where they were at. And I feel like that's really the soul of what the deep web browsing is going as far as to see, just where the exploration will take us. Let me know what you thought about it. You know, if you don't like what I do, let me know how to change it. Let me know how to make it better. As always, that's for any series that we do. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it. Have an amazing Sunday, by the way. I really hope you all do. Resident Evil 7 comes out soon. This is me, Mudahar, and Depot Browsing episode number 83. I am out.